Welcome everyone to our pre-full moon garden visualization in Libra, October 2025. Okay, let's stop this recording. What is going on here? Welcome everyone to our pre-full moon garden visualization in Libra, October 2025. Friends, let's continue to build our healing garden as a group at some point within the 12 hours prior to each full moon, as DK requested, meeting him there and turning our garden into a shrine of consecration, and intending to offer our garden as a chalice for the love of hierarchy to be poured in selfless service to humanity. Let's gather in our garden, but before we do, let's align with our own soul. Raise your consciousness into the head, as high in the head as you can. Now carry that consciousness upward through your astral body. See it clear and limpid and absolutely still. Then to the mental body, and feel your mental body being one-pointed and at the right point of tension. Then visualize a lotus, fully open, scintillating with light as a symbol of your soul body. And now place yourself right at the center of your lotus on the bluey white jewel. And realize that you, the personality, and you, the soul, are one. And from that point, definitely and consciously, assume the attitude of the observer. Observe your personality below and visualize your etheric body and see energy flowing freely up and down the etheric spine. And now consciously throw soul energy down into the center at the base of the spine. You may use indigo blue light, the color of ray 2. If you don't know the color of your soul ray, and now in your creative imagination, Raise it slowly up the 5 centers on the etheric spine, then to the ajna, then to the crown, and into your soul body. And say the soul mantra with conviction, knowing who you really are. I am the soul. I am light divine. I am will. I am love. I am fixed design. And now sound one Om as if you were the soul in full expression. And now let's enter into our garden. At the entrance of our garden, we stroll through arches of climbing roses. Master KH, favorite flower. Clusters of flowers in abundance overhead, and choose the colors that you like. And as you stroll, let the roses gently caress your face as you breathe in the delicate aroma of the cascading roses, percolating through the air. Small, lovingly trimmed emerald green bushes line the stony pathway. And now extend your sense of hearing by imagining the little stones crunch under our footsteps. Along an embankment, at the end of the archway, there are rows and rows of flowers, flowers of different hues and harmonizing tones of red and yellows and pink and white, all colors. And as we create these rows, we include our favorite flower. The blooms shed fresh petals on the path, creating a soft carpet for us to walk on, releasing the individual fragrances as we step on them. On the opposite side of the embankment, we see right in the middle of our space of harmony a lighthouse, standing tall, and strong, shining beams of light in all directions as a symbol of our united, strong group soul. And as we assemble there quietly, we hear a choir of birds fill the space with their clear and melodious notes, welcoming us to this unique space. A chorus of angelic voices sings a soft tune accompanied by the sound of harps as divas gently strum the chords. Still sitting around the lighthouse, we feel the gentle warmth of the rays of the sun. Feel these rays on your face, on your chest, and on your back, warming you from the inside. And in the background, the breeze softly swishing through the tall eucalyptus trees chants a melodic lullaby. And having eucalyptus trees in our garden is very fitting, as we are told by DK that the eucalyptus trees are the highest, the most evolved species in the vegetable kingdom. They have a healing properties. These majestic trees cast their protective shadows on the grass as sunlight peeps through our peaceful garden. Across the lighthouse, we see a large, quiet pool of crystal clear waters. Flowing from the pool, we see rivulets as we hear the gentle trickle of water. We also see 3 wider streams of golden water flowing steadily. And across them are curved wooden bridges linking the various rivulets. In one area of the pool float lotuses of all colors, in all stages of bloom. Some are in full bloom, revealing their gorgeous jewel, while others are just budding and barely showing their true color, but all reflecting their light in the healing waters below. Just beyond the pool, a hidden path leads to a cozy and serene corner. A few chairs or a bench and a small fountain containing supercharged, vitalizing water perfumed by a single floating lotus, create the perfect spot for an informal sharing of one's difficulties or words of wisdom. And there you can invite people that you'd like for healing. Aura, would you mind turning your microphone off? Inhale the perfume of the flowers, imbuing and permeating the air, as everything in this garden quivers with life. In the distance, we hear the soothing sound of water, and we follow it. We come to a tranquil pool where cascading water gently hugs rocks as it joyfully spills in a blue pool below, while bubbles of spray ricochet spiritedly in the air, and lush ferns alongside the rocks, draping in the water, enhance the serenity of the place and brings a coolness to the area. While the fiery brilliance of the red and orange leaves of surrounding trees brings warmth and invigorating energy to the area. In our mind's eye, now we follow a pathway which leads us to flower beds. They are a riot of spring color, reds and creams and yellows and pinks, of such vibrancy, winding their way like a gentle living stream among the trees. A row of violet flowers on either side of our meandering bed happily follows the path of the flowers as they release their subtle perfume. Butterflies flutter through the air with their iridescent wings, attracted by the silent serenade of the blooms. They are like the flowers of the air. Their delicate and fragile wings are like floating petals as they catch the light and twinkle like diamonds in the air. While buzzing bees surf the open spaces from flower to flower, seeking pollen, which looks like scintillating, bright golden pixie dust. Nearby, the gentle babble of water from the sound of the fountains reaches our ears. Lush green grass lines a gentle stream like a soft velvety carpet, and in your imagination feel the coolness of that grass. The air is full of the sweet fragrance of the flowers in full bloom, adorning the fringes of the streams in our peaceful garden, quivering with life. Now, this garden that we've just created is our group garden. But let's take a moment to add a little corner which has our individual touch. The colors, the unique features and flora of your own country that you'd like to blossom in this serene space. Now let's invite the presence and the cooperation of the healing devas working under the Christ and Master DK. Let's invite the presence of Diva H in particular with its group of various colored divas. Visualize them in our garden, enlivening it with their magnetism. Sitting quiescent, our hearts beating as one. Let's link up now with each other as we say the healer's mantra aloud together. With purity of motive, inspired by a loving heart, we offer ourselves for this work of healing. This offer we make as a group and to the ones we seek to heal. We open our inner eyes, endeavoring to hold our mind unwaveringly in the group light. We know that Master DK2 stands steady, pouring out upon us his love and strength, and endeavoring to lift us up into a higher state of consciousness. We're now receptive to Master DK's radiant energy. Let's imagine the light of the lighthouse beginning to shine brighter and brighter, intensifying gradually. And soon this light in our creative imagination begins to take shape and a definite figure appears. It is that of Master DK. And from the lighthouse, visualize calm waves of golden light poured by DK, streaming through our group and irradiating the garden all around us, imbuing it with the bliss and peace of Libra. And feel the stillness descend on our group and in our garden. And immerse the space and our group. And in the silence, let Master DK's words quench our thirst for loving understanding. Libra is a sign of balancing, of careful weighing of values, and of achieving the right equilibrium between the pairs of opposites. The emergence of the sense of self-direction and equilibrium. And it's a point of equilibrium between soul and form. It signifies the emergence of free choice. And it is the consciousness of duality and the effort to balance the two. So to the average man with no developed spiritual consciousness, the word goes forth again and again throughout the eons. And the word said, let choice be made. Today, the balancing of the scales is, however, upon the astral plane, and the desires of men are predominantly in a position of casting the deciding factor, where the weight of mass desire will either turn them or down towards material and selfish ends, or up towards spiritual decision. Libra represents the narrow razor edge path which runs between the pairs of opposites, and which, if it is to be safely trodden, requires the development of a sense of values and the power to utilize rightly the balancing, analytical faculty of the mind. This sign is sometimes called the place of judgment, for it is here that the decision is made. It really marks the distinction between the ordinary wheel of life and the reversed wheel on which the disciple embarks. So in our creative imagination, let's choose a little spot in our garden and let's create a distinctive feature in our garden which expresses the unique qualities of Libra: stillness, balance, and poise. And may those who visit our garden be inspired to make wise choices in their life. The constellation Libra occupies a unique place in the great wheel, for it is the energy coming from this constellation which controls the hub of the wheel. Libra, the point of balance, where usually the moment for the reversal of the wheel takes place. And there, the man has to decide whether to proceed as usual and according to custom, or reversing the wheel to pass through the burning ground to liberation under the impress of its ruler, Uranus. Life therefore controls the moment of reversal of the wheel in the life of every aspirant. For there comes a moment in the cycle of lives wherein a point of balance is reached and a relative equilibrium is attained. And over this event, Libra presides. And Libra marks an interlude or a notable point of balance between soul and personality before the strenuous testing and trial of Scorpio. And this interlude of balance as a prelude to a more effective and sensitive progress upon the path. Libra is the sign of the vision of the path. It's the sign in which the first real vision of the path appears and of the goal towards which the disciple must ultimately direct his steps. The response eventually comes back as a result of the evolutionary process. And from the soul, I choose the way which leads between the two great lines of force. The operative word here is choose. From the mental plane, the individual chooses. Libra's task is to bring the soul into the seat of power. A very important statement here from DK. From the standpoint of our theme, which is the evolution of consciousness, it must never be forgotten, DK tells us, that the aim is to bring the solar angel, the son of mind, the divine Manasatuputra, into the seat of power. And this task is preeminently entrusted to three great lives who function through Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Under the influence of the ruler of the air sign Libra, the soul as the higher mind from its high vantage point, objective and detached, stands at the still point of the fulcrum, balancing material personal desire and intelligent spiritual love for choice to be made. It steadily increases its power and control, and producing the balancing of the pairs of opposites through the illumination which it brings to the lower mind. Libra admits the soul into the world center, Shambhala, for it is the polar opposite of Aries, which is the place of beginnings. Libra demonstrates the perfect balance of spirit and matter, which first came together in Aries. So Libra governs the legal profession and holds the balances between so-called right and wrong, between negative and positive. Cosmically, Libra being one of the four arms of the cardinal cross means the working out of the plan under spiritual and natural law which is evolutionary in expression. This is the goal of evolution and its expression, and is steadily revealing the nature of God. For the laws under which this solar system of ours is governed are expressions of God's quality and character. This is legislation, or Libra in activity. The three Buddhas of activity in the council chamber of Shambhala are close to Sanat Kumara and came with him when he decided to take incarnation through the medium of our planet Earth. They do not belong to this solar system at all. They act as advisors to Sanat Kumara, where his initial purpose is concerned. Their task is to see that the will of God holds sway. They function as linking intermediaries between the logos of our solar system and the informing life of the constellation Libra. They relate these two great centers of energies to our planetary logos. And under Libra, a shambhalic sign, and peace, a shambhalic quality, we are all learning to understand and obey higher laws, the laws of the soul and the laws of the solar system. If we wish as a group to do the will of God, we have to understand and render occult obedience to the laws of God, said Michael Robbins. So let's ponder on the following words from Master DK, echoing in our peaceful garden. The forces of Libra, the forces of Aries, Libra, and the Sun, which are an expression of the Great Bear, bring about that focusing of energy in the life of the disciple, which makes it possible for him to function consciously and with intention upon the path of initiation. Through the potency of Libra, he has succeeded in achieving that point of balance which makes the final escape from the pairs of opposites possible. Libra enables him to balance the material and the spiritual law. He now knows through transcended feeling and from identification with the seen vision the true meaning of being. So then let's distribute shambolic peace to humanity. And let's visualize the flow of unconditional love or the will to good emanating from the triangle, the avatar of synthesis, the spirit of peace, and the Lord Buddha as they empower the Christ at the center. So feel the stillness and the balance of Shambhala emanating from Libra, pervading that triangle. We are dealing here with cosmic will. And now let's superimpose this radiating triangle on the soul triangle, consisting of the Prince of Peace, the Christ, Master DK, and our soul group within the earth itself. As we feel the peace from Libra to Shambhala, then on earth to the Christ. Hierarchy in us. And now let's step it down further by bringing these two superimposed and fused triangles of will and love on the intelligence triangle, on the etheric plane, made up of our group crown chakra, our group ajna, and our group alta major. And feel that sense of balance, of values, and stillness pervade the etheric plane. Making the etheric plane substance, intelligent and loving. And now directing this dispelling radiance using our group third eye, which uses the group ajna, right eye, left eye. Let's place this blended triangle, impressing it over the three planetary centers or the glands of Earth. And this triangle is made up of London, Geneva, and New York. And let us sound a resounding Om, carrying the Syrian fiery love and will to good, and the stillness of Libra, as we direct it towards the three planetary centers, to the heart of humanity. And let us say the following, slowly, deliberately, joyfully, as we know the results. May the love of the one soul and the one life focused in this group radiate upon you, our fellow men, and permeate every part of your body, healing your sacral, soothing your solar plexus, strengthening your heart centers and dissipating via your throat center all that hinders service and good health. And may the peace and stillness of Libra inspire right choice, and may the scales tip in favor of the soul in all those who are touched by our garden. And now let's picture our group together with Christ, Master DK, and the Healing Ashram under a great pine tree in our garden, saying the three great invocations together, grasping their significance and believing and knowing that they embody the will of our planetary Logos. Backed by dynamic will and by the power of our soul behind a silent heart, an inner focalization on intent and meaning behind the spoken invocation, a purity of thought and an active spirit of loving kindness, making us a pure channel. Let us invoke the spirit of peace, an interplanetary agent of great power whose cooperation has been promised if all aspirants and disciples can cooperate to break through the shell of separation and hatred which holds our planet in thrall. Aurea?
Let the force into mankind. Let the spirit of peace be spread abroad. May men of goodwill everywhere meet in a spirit of cooperation. May forgiveness on the part of all men be the keynote at this time. Let power attend the effort of the great ones, and so let it be, and help us to do our part.
Let's also invoke the shambolic forces of light and the rider from the secret place, the avatar of synthesis, by voicing the second invocation.
Let the lords of liberation issue forth. Let them bring succor to the sons of men. Let the rider from the secret place come forth, and coming save. Come forth, O mighty one. Let the souls of men awaken to the light, and may they stand with massed intent Let the fiat of the Lord go forth. The end of woe has come. Come forth, O mighty one. The hour of service of the saving force has now arrived. Let it be spread abroad, O mighty one. Let light and love and power and death fulfill the purpose of the coming one. The will to save is here. The love to carry forth the work is widely spread abroad. The active aid of all who know the truth is also here. Come forth, O mighty one, and blend these three. Construct a great defending wall. The rule of evil now must end.
And let's conclude with the last invocation given in 1945. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. And let us sound a blue om as we visualize the stream of light pouring on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. And let's visualize the Christ walking on earth as we sound the blue om. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. And let us see a shaft of goodwill and the peace of Shambhala descending on earth as we sound a blue om. From the center, which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. And let us sound a blue om to conclude and concretize light and love and power on earth. Let's raise our clasped hands above the head and say, so let it be, and help us to do our part. And bring them down to your forehead and let them rest on your heart. And may these energies that we've invoked today pour out of your heart and radiate out to your family, friends, to your community around you for the rest of the day and during the whole period of Libra.
May the holy ones, whose pupils we aspire to become, show us the light we seek. Give us the strong aid of their compassion and their wisdom. There is a peace that passeth understanding. It abides in the hearts of those who live in the eternal. There is a power that maketh all things new. It lives and moves in those who know the self as one. May that peace brood over us, that power uplift us, till we stand where the one initiator is invoked, till we see his star shine forth. May the peace and the blessing of the holy ones pour forth over the worlds.
And may the light of the garden of our souls be on the inner plane what the sun is to the gardens of the world. A place of stillness, balance, and poise, thus bringing healing and wholeness to many. Thank you, everyone, for your presence today, for the strength of your invocation. And thank you to all those who voiced the various invocations. Let all men love, and let peace prevail. Maybe we'll stop the recording here.